It is Tuesday, October 7th, 7:05 p.m. The Cultural Council of Hubbardston will be starting our meeting. The primary purpose of this meeting will go over the financial report, but also we'll talk about the survey results and then get caught up in any remaining grantees from 2025.
I thought the survey was closing on the 15th.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just going to the numbers I have so
Oh, okay,
far,
okay,
and
okay.
we can go over it at the beginning of the next meeting. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. So we have 38 responses right now. I participate in field day with my family. I had my kids go out and like drones and hit up all the tables, and people fill out the forms. So we have 38 so far on my end. That's it from that.
38 physical forms?
Yeah, I had to
Physical.
go home and fill out the.
Oh, you
form.
manually entered them.
Yeah, I didn't want to make the kids do
Dude.
that themselves. They would have complained. So, yeah, so it's 38 right now. That's a good number to get a feel. But I'd like to get more for the 15th if possible, and then when that's done, I'll notify everybody we're closed, and you guys can look at the results and formulate some opinions for the voting session. We'll discuss when that next date's going to be. Attended field day. Julie Ballooney was there, so she fulfilled her 2024 award. Any other updates for any other events that have occurred?
I just got a reimbursement form for, what's his name? The guy who did Songs of Yesteryear.
Okay.
Cormier, is that his name? For Dennis Cormier.
Yep.
So he did Songs of Yesteryear in September, on September 17th at the annual cookout for the Hubbardston Senior Center. So I will submit that.
Do you have any forms for the Historical Society?
No.
So I attended that event. She was phenomenal. There's a troupe that they go around the area and they do different things. A few years ago they did Harriet Truman.
Tubman?
Tubman, thank you. Yes. Pretty cool.
So
Others?
Hubbardston Historical Society has done theirs, okay.
Yeah, but they have not submitted yet.
They have not
Okay,
submitted.
all right.
So-
And then I got an email from Parks and Recreation about, what's it called here? The name of it. I can read you the number. For the
Summer
grant.
Social?
Sorry?
Like the Summer Social?
Yeah, the Summer Social. We awarded them $2,833. They only invoiced for approximately half of that. If you had the exact number on the record.
$1,411 and some cents.
Awesome. Yeah, this is for grant 100129. She was asking whether or not she could spend the rest of the invoice for a separate event on the other half of the money. I did reach out to Boss, and there's a no on that one.
So please restate those numbers. She was granted how much and spent how much?
Yep. She was awarded $2,833.
And they spent $1,411.50.
So I did respond to her email, Jessica from Parks and Recreation. I said that no, we cannot invoice a second time, and then money will be rolled over to the next grant year, which is 2026. I suggested she apply for 2 events if you want to cover that, or an event that is more costly than the last one, the $1,400 one. So we'll see what happens with that. We have until I think the 15th. October 16th is the deadline for applications. That's all I got on that.
Well, they did a great job for only 1,400.
Yeah.
It was a nice
Yes.
event. I think the only thing that we might, and maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any signage saying that it was funded by the Cultural Council.
Right.
And I didn't see any announcements, like, I don't know if anybody made an announcement
Yeah,
at the
I'm
beginning
not
or not.
sure. I
so.
think at least on the electronic flyer that they had, like on Facebook, they did say
Oh, they did?
Cultural
They did,
Council.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The Historical Society did have a sign up front as well for theirs.
Yeah, sounds would be good.
So there's 2 outstanding programs left to happen then. So if Historical Society happened and Dennis Cormier happened, we're still waiting for the Halloween Children's Parade, which will happen at the end of the month. And then John Porcino to Life, Celebrations in Story, Song, and Music.
Yes, so he sent an email. You probably saw that floating around. I asked the council if we wanted to have a vote on which he offered 4 options for the story. We as a group decided that we'd be left up to him to make that decision for us. So I've not heard anything back in terms of the venue and when that will happen.
Can you spell Mr. Porcino's last name, please?
Porcino.
Oh, I had it right.
Boom.
We're not permitted to make that decision for them, are we?
No,
As
So
to
he-
what venue they have to have it at?
His email posed a question to us, and then I turned it. I did a 1A and said, "Hey, council, what do we want to do? You can choose to get involved or not to get involved, because technically it's up to them if when they did the application, what their program was going to be when they submitted the application.
Right.
So it's kind of on the fence between the two. So I opened up the door. We decided not to, so it's back on to him to make that decision.
It was more about the story he wanted to
Yeah.
ask about, not the venue.
And all 4 stories were a general theme, so
Right.
it wasn't like he was straying way off course to something completely different than what we voted on, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else? Let me know when you're ready.
ready.
Okay, moving on. Treasure report.
All right, let me.
Yeah.
And thank you, Connie, for doing the prep work for this. This is, I think, the biggest time of the year.
All right,
Pulling together all these
so
numbers.
if you actually probably look at the second document, it's the ledger for FY 2025 and the ledger for FY 2026. You can see that the monies that we've expended over the course of the year. This year was particularly interesting for multiple reasons. The last, in FY '24, we had submitted payment for Maycheck for the painting that he did earlier in the year, and it got submitted on June 30th. So last year it was counted in the FY '24 budget, but they actually had to do a carryover, so it carried over into FY '25. So at the end of FY '24, the budget, the ending balance was $6,833, but at the start of FY '25, it was $7,333. It's because it rolled over, and then it came out. So that was a little interesting because my numbers weren't matching the accountant's numbers. As well, at the end of June, the Athol Historical Society submitted their invoice for Uniquely Quabbin, and the town of Hubbardston cut 2 checks for them for $250 by mistake. They had a new lake system. So that got invoiced in FY '25, but the canceled check didn't get canceled until FY '26. So right now it's showing that we've spent $250 more than we did.
Yep.
And I talked to Cheyenne at the Cultural Council saying, should we try and fix it or just let it ride? Because it'll clear itself up in FY '27.
Yeah.
And she just told me to let it ride. She's like, your life will be much easier. So
They did return the check, or
They did return it and it's
Okay.
canceled and everything like
Okay.
that. It's just it got canceled
Yeah.
in a
After
different,
it
in a
was
different
rolled into
fiscal year.
Cross that
In a
thread
different
line,
fiscal
yeah.
year period.
Okay.
So there was some, so there's a little bit of weirdness in the numbers, but we've accounted for them. And then there's also just a couple little things, like for example, like Laura, when you submitted the banner, you submitted $70.09 and they reimbursed $65.97, which I'm thinking is some sort of a fee or some sort of a
Maybe
tax.
they cut the tax out
They
because they're not
cut the
supposed to
tax
pay
out, yeah.
taxes.
And they did that again with the Hubbardston Council on Aging, the revitalization. So the numbers we had are like a little bit different. But overall, at the end of FY '25, our balance was $6,378.22. But we're going to have to add or deduct $250 from it when I do the numbers because of the $250 from Quabbin. So at this point, and then you'll see the FY26 ledger as on the second page of what we've spent since July 1st. So we've spent $2,691.50. Ignore that 745 at the end. That was just a calculation that wasn't supposed to be there. And we're waiting on, and I need to submit the 4 events, Cormier, Cultural Council, or Historical Society, Halloween Children's Parade, and To Life celebrations in story and song. So there's $1,760 that is encumbered.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the $330 in administrative expenses that we have not yet spent. So there's $2,090 that is encumbered. So that's kind of the financial numbers. So if you look at your next document, this is what we have to submit to the Cultural Council. The first part, the council account form, which is the first 2 pages, is what the accountant has to submit or gives to me, and I have to submit it. So this is the numbers that are on the books. So at the end of her fiscal year, she had a account balance of $6,122.72. So, which is the $250 minus what I had. So then, if you go on to page 3, this is what we're going to have to calculate for available grant funding. We have an account balance of $6,128.72. Since July 1st, I've submitted $2,691.50. So those are programs that came in since July 1st to like October 1st. And then we have the $2,090 left of encumbered funds. So that gives us a remaining balance of money we did not spend of $1,347.22. A large portion of that is from the parks because they spent about half of their money.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hubbardston Cultural on Aging, I think we gave them $700 and they spent like $631. So there's some extra money there.
Sweet.
So we have, if you look at box H, we were allocated $6,700 this year in grant funding. So right now, money available for next year for grant funding is $8,047.22 unless we take out administrative funds, which is what we need to decide tonight. Last year we took out $330. We haven't spent any to date, but I don't know if we're planning on spending any for the end of the year.
The only thing I would spend it on is Facebook boosts, and that does not cost a lot. It's $20.
I know we had talked about buying like a table skirt or something like that. Like, is that something we have the money, you know,
Right.
do we want to do that, or do we just, if not, it'll just roll over into next year?
The other
But-
thing I'd like to propose also is any paper goods, cards. I mean, we got the Rolly poster for the table that you brought tonight.
Mhm.
Is there anything else besides those recyclable materials? Maybe, I've got the Big Uncle Sam one that Mr. Shea printed years ago. I've got the standard. We want anything bigger. That little culture cloud, so I put that up by the piggy bank on field day every day. Every time we do that, is there anything more than what we have right now for signage and
We don't have any events until the next grant cycle begins, right?
There's
Unless
2
we're...
more. We have the Halloween.
No, I mean
Oh.
events at which the
I'm
committee
sorry.
will be displaying
Yes.
and...
No, I mean,
Fine, yeah.
we could display it. I could ask if we display at the Halloween, down by the school or something like that, over by the fire. If we want to make a presence, we can. But it's optional. It's not,
Yeah.
not
So what
required.
I meant is that because we don't have a field day coming up, that, well, what date does the fiscal year start, or the year, the grant
So-
cycle year?
So this money can be spent, the $330 we allocated in FY25 can be spent at least through the end of this year and maybe even a little bit into like January and February.
January 21st or
So.
19th. So basically, when we have to, the deadline for the acceptance letters, which is like January 15th or sometime mid-January. That actually I have the date here.
16th on the
16th, yeah. January 16th is the deadline for that. At that point, everything rolls over.
So 16th or the 19th?
16th.
The 16th is grant decisions report due.
Yeah, that's basically when everything rolls over.
So I guess there's two questions, and I did complete them a little bit. We have the $330 we can spend this year, but on Thursday I need to submit our budget for next year. And do we want to take any administrative funds out next year for FY '26?
I would like to get a small sum rolled over for next year for anything that we don't anticipate. You know, I think we spent, what, 70 something bucks on the banner. Facebook was, what, 20, 30 bucks?
Yes. Was there a table at Field Day?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I had a table there. Uncle Sam was there with me, and
So it's your table.
yeah.
Okay.
I took the banner out of your truck
Yep.
and went down there. and
Because
set
it was
up
in the exact same spot when I looked at the truck. Did he
No,
even come
so
here?
they redid the arrangement this year. It was completely different. I mean,
No,
the vendors were on
meant
one
that the
side.
box was in the same exact spot as where we put it in the truck in the
Because
first
that's where I
place.
put it back.
Exactly right. You were an engineer, aren't you?
Exactly. Exactly. So, do we want to leave a small amount of money, you know, 100, 150, something like that, for something we may foresee in the future? We want to get a canopy, you know, something down the road. If we want to print out 200 postcards or whatever, you know.
It's prudent to put money aside, but if we don't spend it this year, it rolls back into the general fund, and we can set whatever amount we like, right?
Correct.
It's not a stipend that has to be returned to the
$330.
NCC.
Actually, it's a little more because the amount's slightly high. It's a percentage of our
It's
annual.
5% of the.
Yeah. So traditionally, it's been about $330. I think before all of you came on board, I think we took the max of $330 that one year. We didn't use any of it.
And we haven't used any of it this year either.
Yeah. But next year will be for the banner, correct?
Well, or we could do a banner this year. We have money.
Well, that's my point. Is it?
I mean, well, I guess the question is if we take more money out now, you're going to have less money to give away in grants. Like if you take $330 out, you're going to give $7,700 in grants.
I don't think I would recommend not pulling the full $330 out.
Yeah.
I would
So-
at least $100.
But we aren't
Question.
under a regular budget constraint like in a company where if we don't spend it, we'll never see that money again.
No, it'll roll over. So the
Right.
$330 this year, if we don't spend it, it'll roll over.
But we can give it back to ourselves for the next cycle. Yeah, we have control over that money. Whereas, you know.
All right. Question.
Yeah.
Are we permitted to use any of that money to purchase like things that we can give out at Field Day to like bring focus to the council?
Yes.
Like, you know, some bottle
Pens.
like beer bottle
Yes.
openers or
Yeah,
little koozies
tchotchkes,
or,
yes.
that says, you know,
Yeah.
Hubbardston Cultural Council, or are we allowed to?
Yes.
And is there a set amount that we, like, oh, you can only spend $50, or is it our discretion? Because I was thinking if we want to increase our survey results and we need to start bringing more visibility to the council.
If the purpose is to promote the Hubbardston Cultural Council, the local cultural council,
Yep.
then the max is $330. We can't go above that.
Okay.
If it's something else, then we have to submit for our own grant application with our own program. I think food changed this last year. I got to look at the policies on food, but that was a big no-no. You can't serve food. Well, you can serve food, you just can't pay for it using cultural council money.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like, you know, I hate to use the word cheap because I don't want it to sound quality cheap, but like inexpensive.
Promotional giveaways.
Promotional giveaways that we could have, you know, like
Yeah.
a giant bucket of, you know, cheap little, I probably have one on my keychain, cheap little beer bottle openers or something. It just says Hubbardston Cultural Council, or koozie with Jonathan's face on it or something. It really,
Oh, yes.
you know, I know,
I would start using them if I had one like that.
right?
Thank
But
you.
I was just curious if promotional
Yes,
giveaway
promotional stuff is allowed,
within
but
our, okay.
Yeah, promotional is allowed,
I think
but
we
it
should
falls under
definitely look
the
into-
330. So we would have to, because we're meeting tonight to decide how much money, we'd have to pull a pretty quick one to figure out what we estimate it's going to be, or we just take the money and then figure it out later.
Spend it now and then keep the tchotchkes in your garage until next year when we get.
Yeah, so now
Yeah.
now it becomes the debate of how much do we take, you know, because we're going to take away from grants, If we take the full 30, we're going to pull away from, a little bit from some people. Remember last year, we had to trim a little bit, right, to make that work.
Well,
Yep.
But this is $330 we already allocated that we haven't
Right.
used.
So,
For this year, yeah, but. so
Right.
but we
And
also
it rolls
need-
over
but
if
if
we don't. So
don't spend it, then we can give it.
We
a
have to spend it by
grace. But if we do
January
spend it-
16th.
Right, I'm just saying if we
Yeah.
don't spend it, it rolls over to next year. So we're not really technically not pulling money away from what we have for grant money to give out. We've carried that money.
yeah, so
The
that
330
money.
does not roll over to next year. It goes back in the pot.
No, what he
Oh,
means is
oh.
that if we do nothing
Yeah,
until next year, which is January 16th,
yep,
then that amount goes back
correct.
Goes back
To
into the
the-
till.
till.
back to the pot, yeah.
But then the following year, if we decide to take out $330,
Yep.
we can do that.
Right.
So what we're voting on tonight is going to be for after January 16th.
FY26.
Right.
All right.
So these are table covers, and some of them are just flappy tablecloths like the YouTube one. Some of them are the stretchy ones like this Vimeo one. And they're ranging from, let's see, low end $43 at the cheapest one, which is just a throw cloth, up to 130 something for a stretchy one.
Okay.
And that does not include shipping. So I would imagine that getting one of those would cost probably around $75-100 if we go.
And these are
for the
6
lower
foot
end.
tables, correct?
I am just guessing. I don't want to spend too much time researching
Okay.
it. But I don't think it'll be over $100. And
Okay.
because they squish down to nothing, and for the foreseeable future we have to store our own things, that sounds like a good idea then, to do that.
You can start right in the box with the banner.
I'll just stuff it right in there. I'll get her, push it right down. Yeah, so
If we
I like
wanted-
the idea of doing that because that makes a branded look to the
Yep.
table. And
Sounds good.
but I will not be doing that until after we get going with this with our voting. I've got
Okay.
a lot going on right now.
A quick look here shows me engraved aluminum bottle openers, just as an example, 50 for $55. And prices get better as you buy larger quantities, obviously, but
How about pens?
well, I didn't pick pens. I'd have to go. It is from pens.com, so I'm assuming that they also do pens, but they do engrave bottle openers too, which I think, I don't know. I think
Well,
they're
bottle
pretty
openers
cool.
are awesome, but that might send the wrong message.
It's like adults only
Yes.
type of giveaway.
No one's ever opened a glass bottle of Coca-Cola before?
Not once.
I
You're
thought
right.
those were twist tops.
You're right.
I'm so sorry.
No, you
I
are
brought
right.
some back from Canada last time I was up
You
in
could do a
Montreal.
mix
Oh.
of things too.
Yeah.
Broke 'em
You
off.
know, you could buy something like
Yeah, it could be a blend.
tops and then. you could buy
Yeah, no,
like
I'm
a-
not saying it's the only,
like a
Yeah.
just as an example, just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
kind of give us like,
But it's a good idea to do it this year, I think, for accounting purposes. Just
I mean, the money's
spend it
there,
from
right?
this year, yeah. And then
So,
Yeah.
we won't have to allocate as much in fiscal year 26 if we spend a little bit more now to get these things to be ready when we go to field day in 26.
But we don't also have to decide tonight on finalize that, correct?
yeah, we do have to
'Cause
turn this on Thursday.
Well, we have to
No, no, no,
determine
no.
the
For-
money.
For 2000, for.
I need to know how much administrative expenses.
Right,
we
so
have in FY26.
there's two parts to this. The 330's already been allocated to us.
We just have to
Uh,
spend it by January 16th.
Yes,
Yes.
otherwise it rolls back in, right?
Yep,
Your numbers don't include that 330, correct, rolling back in, or they do?
they do.
Okay.
No, they don't.
They don't, so that's
'Cause
my
I
point.
have them encumbered.
So right now, that 330 is right in here, right now, until the end of the year. So we don't have to decide tonight on how to use that. We can decide during when the voting meetings we want, do some research, figure out what we want, and then vote on it. But what we're talking about is
What do
for
we want next year?
next year.
I think 150 is a safe amount.
Safe amount? Okay. It just means also we can't do anything big next year. You know,
That's assuming we're going to do a couple things this year.
right.
to
I mean,
prepare.
we're not going to get a big canopy. We're not going to do anything large. It'll be small. You know, I used to spend $80 printing out the run book, for instance. I don't do that anymore.
Right.
Even though I don't like the idea of withholding funds from grantees, I also like the idea of having as much money as we need rather than running out and having to either not do things or pay for them out of pocket.
And that's what before you guys came on board, that was the argument. Is we'll just take everything, the whole full 330, If we don't use it, we'll roll it back in and we'll award it the next year. So it's a valid argument. You know, don't feel bad if we do take the 330.
Last year we did 150 and we spent less than 100. I'm pretty sure.
You mean in 2024?
In 2024.
Right,
Yeah, because we did the sign that you got, and then we did a Facebook post. So
Right.
it was like $90 or so.
To answer your question, the pens don't look a whole lot cheaper than the.
Really,
I was
$1 a
thinking
pen?
to
Well,
some-
it depends.
Who said that? I think it was you about more family oriented. You know, are great, but pens and other tchotchkes in the mix will.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I definitely think a blend
Yeah.
of things and have
Yeah.
stuff for the kids too. And I just know, like, personally, if I was walking over to your table and you had pens versus bottle openers, like, I know what one I would pick. But yeah, 100 pens is looking like 71 cents a pen, so $71 for a 100 count, or $55 for a 50 count of engraved bottle openers.
Okay.
I mean, I could pull up all kinds of stuff later and come up with some sort of list for you guys to look at, ideas, but
You want me to run with your proposal then? A 330?
Well, yes.
I'll second it.
Yeah.
All in favor?
I'm fine with that.
Let's do it.
And I would also like to propose, and Joe's got a great idea, that we should come up with ideas that how we would want to spend our budget for next time, and then bring that to our next meeting.
Yeah. We should leave Gebs on. Oh, sorry.
I try not to have good ideas because it usually means more work, but
Is that going to change the numbers on that report?
How much?
The one that's due for the 9th. This
Yeah,
one.
we're gonna have $330 less in
Less.
grant funding.
Okay.
So
So the last line item here.
we'll take $330 off of that. So it'll be
okay.
$7,000. So.
Okay.
Yes, 330, right? Even? 330 even?
That's what
Yes.
we said, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
$7,717.22. Question for you, Connie. Did you want to submit the report or you want me to?
I think I have to.
Okay.
Would you be able to send the electronic files of those two reports so I can put them in the
Sure.
minutes?
Yep.
Thank you.
And you've confirmed that you have access to that report, correct? Okay. We did last year, right? If I remember right?
I mean, I did it last year.
Okay.
I've been in it all day today, so.
Cool, all right.
And tell me again, what is I can't remember the name of the Quabbin magazine. All I can think of is Tastefully
Uniquely
Quabbin.
Quabbin.
Uniquely Quabbin.
Uniquely. Yeah, there was a fundraiser called Tastefully Quabbin. It was a soup thing. It was great.
We have the magazine somewhere. They're in a box with the files.
They're
with the
at
bind-
they're at home with me.
Oh, you have 'em,
I have
okay.
all the binder stuff because there's no binder. So
I
this is-
missed the taste.
There's a whole filing cabinet that moved when the
Oh,
town
I don't have
moved.
that. I have everything from this year.
So
It's-
I've
I
been
currently have.
stockpiling all those magazines for the last few years, and I don't know where they are, so, yeah. All the libraries have them as well if you're interested in finding them.
It's such an adorable magazine. I like it a lot.
All right, anything
How
else?
was the soup thing, though? The Tastefully Quabbin. 'Cause
Well,
I didn't.
I was
Hubbardson?
making a mistake. It was, that was Super Bowl was a Quabbin fundraiser, but Tastefully Quabbin was this thing held at Eagle Hill Cultural
Oh.
Center with lots and lots of restaurants bringing food in. And you just pick what you liked and
That sounds
hang
amazing.
out. It was great.
Wow.
They did it on a Monday so that the restaurants wouldn't be cutting into their profits.
Smart.
So just for the group is aware, we can submit our own. You have until the 16th to submit the application. There is separate policies and guidelines we have to follow for that. There's a separate process. But we can submit our own application if we want. So if you have an idea, you've been dying to try, then Anything else from finance? Are we good?
I think that's everything.
All right.
Thank you
Yes.
for
Yes.
managing all that on behalf of everybody. Thank you for
Yeah.
managing.
Like I said
that.
before, this is like the hardest part of our year right here, these numbers. Your predecessor hated this time of year.
It's fine. This year was just exceptionally weird because there were so many
Yeah.
caveats. Like last year was super easy. This year I was like, what the heck is going on here? So,
Yep. So the 9th, we'll move on to the review counter dates and whatnot. 9th is the financial report due. That's basically an online form. Her or I fill out, check a box,
this
and
form.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just take everything on here and I just submit it.
Yeah.
digitally.
There's something I have to do for Nate. If I remember from last year, I have to click into one of the admin stuff and click a button for him to release the money. So it comes our way. Because there's a whole admin side that we don't see with the town and the accountant for transferring the money. 16th, application deadlines due. Please feel free to start reading them now. They don't change once they get submitted. So I think there was 4 submitted and 2 pending the last time I looked 2 days ago. They all come at the last minute, so don't be surprised at the 11th hour. Every other year I'll get a call from somebody, hey, help me, I can't fill out the form, because they're using Safari on a phone or something like that to submit. We can start voting after November 1st. And then December 31st is deadline to send out denial notifications. And then, of course, January 16th is our deadline for acceptance letters. Want to move into selecting our first voting date, or we want to do multiple dates? How do we want to do this?
However we did it last year, I thought it worked out great, but I
We did
can't
3
remember.
dates, and then I think we had, I think the third one was a rain date or something like that. We were anticipating 2.
Over, yep.
And we used the third one, because I think someone was sick or we had to cancel for some reason, but.
One more notable date that wasn't on here was the October 15th when we shut off the survey.
Yes, thank you.
Do we know how many we have digitally?
What's the question?
How many we have digitally that came in online?
Like you said,
38. Oh,
Oh,
digitally I don't know. Give me a second, I can actually answer that. I have it up here.
38 digitally from
The
Jonathan.
the neat thing about Google Forms, you can back it with an Excel sheet, and then you can customize the columns to the right of it. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 submitted digitally through non-field day means.
Okay. And then 38 additional ones from you manually entered
1 second.
from your reviews.
Did we
38
send it-
total.
Did we send it out through the town email?
I
don't
did
remember
see
I
it.
don't
Yes.
remember seeing it.
I did see
Did.
it.
We did? Okay.
Yeah. It hit my mailbox a couple days ago. I remember
Okay.
seeing that,
Okay.
yeah. So 38 total, 6 of those are electronic.
Okay.
So not bad. A few years ago, with the old crew, we did a Facebook campaign, and it was a disaster. I think we got like 21, 22, and it was okay, but we didn't really get a feel for, for what the want was.
Did we dump it into the Hubbardston Facebook pages?
Yes.
Hubbardston people and all the, or did we just do the
See,
town?
actually, I don't think I cross-posted it. Check.
Yeah, every time you post something, I usually share it on my end. So it
Everybody
hits
has
all
a
my
boatload
friends.
of opinions in that Facebook page, so I figured that
Yeah,
would be a
they do.
good place to drop it.
When you send a campaign, you can target, geographically or whatever the categories are, and
Yep.
it's not foolproof. Sometimes it misses people. That's why I like Facebook, because you can tag the folks that are you're linked up with already, right?
Okay, that was posted, there's one that went out on October 3rd on our Facebook page, and then a boost from Mel, who blasted it on email, and then there's going to be another post coming up in Facebook.
Okay.
But I
Which
can,
Facebook page?
Hubbardston Cultural Council,
Okay.
and
When I see that post, I'll try and share it with the Hubbardston people page. That way, people can see that there too. They always have opinions.
Share to group, Hubbardston people.
Yeah. Oh, you could do it right now. That'd be great too. The sooner we get it there, more chance people have to respond.
How long would you say it takes to fill that out,
To what out?
the survey?
The survey?
5 minutes?
5 minutes. Less than that. I mean, I was on speed dial with my finger there the other night. Tap, tap, tap.
You weren't reading and
Well, I was reading.
being,
Please
you
help.
know, and analyzing each question though. You were just entering.
When you do it 32 times,
Sorry, you were entering.
you see
data
the
into
blob, you
fields.
know what it
weren't-
is, right? Yeah, exactly. You switch from multiple choice to text to, you know, it goes, once you get going, it's pretty good, yeah.
Surprised you didn't script it.
I thought about that.
All right, so I said, please help the Hubbardston Cultural Council by filling out this survey. Should only take you 5 minutes. Perfect.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Welcome.
Have my wife, have my kids fill it out. I'll fill it out.
Exactly. We want to be all inclusive. Sorry, calendar, right? We were.
So we need 3 dates in November.
Let's see if we can do it in one.
And Thanksgiving's late this year, right? Thanksgiving's like at
Yes.
the end of the month, right?
It is, like last year.
Yeah. First 3 weeks. Let's
Woo.
knock it out. It'd be good to be done before Thanksgiving. That'd be great.
So the 4th is election day. Are you still looking at Tuesdays mostly? Or what days?
Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays are great too.
Thursdays, the 6th and the 13th are not great for me,
Okay.
because I already have.
That's right.
Well, it doesn't have to be the same day every week,
Correct.
because I've got a bunch of things already.
We don't need a
Clogging up the works.
regimented cadence of, you know, repeat it, you know, every month, twice a month, right? Or anything like that. No.
Well, I'll put it out there. November 3rd is open for me.
An early riser. 3rd.
It's a Monday.
No. I have to be in Holden for Mondays. Sorry.
Does election day work?
It's fine, yeah.
Good.
I don't know what election is coming up in town, so.
Right.
Yeah, we can do it on the 4th.
Yep.
Can't do it on the 4th.
Don't be like that.
He is like that.
My new job has every 3 weeks on Tuesday nights release night. And they start at 8:30. Actually, it'll be 7 o'clock because of daylight savings kicking off, so.
Wednesday the 5th.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fine.
I can do that.
Okay. And all of these would be at 7 o'clock?
Yep. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully they'll be over in the new space by then. I saw it the other day when they had the ribbon cutting.
Yes.
I understand is the electronic stuff is not done yet, but the space is finished.
All right, so on the following week, I could do the 11th.
Yes.
Is that Tuesday?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
is on Tuesday. Oh, but that's release day. You just said that. But it is also Veterans Day.
every 3 weeks.
Oh, every
Every
I'm
3
good,
weeks.
yeah.
So Tuesday is Veterans Day, Tuesday the 11th, if that makes a difference.
Connie, Zoe,
No, it's fine.
I'm
That's
fine.
all set?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do you want to also say the 13th, just to bang it all out at the beginning of the month?
I can't do the 13th.
Okay.
I could do the 12th if you want to do 2 days in a row.
No, I've got Cricket and Cocoa, Cozy Holiday Creations at Monty Tech.
Priorities, Laura.
I booked this a long time ago for real cash money. That is my priority,
Seriously,
buddy.
she booked
All right.
it before your release nights. Good Lord.
Do you guys want, does the 18th work?
Nope, the following week I'm very busy, but I do have the 20th available, or I hesitate to suggest this, but would we want to meet on a Friday night, the 14th? 'Cause I'm a very boring person on Friday nights, I will admit.
That's what's killing me. Friday nights are the only nights I usually have plans. The rest of you guys, it's all week long.
What about the 20th?
I could do the 14th, the 20th.
I would rather not do the
Yeah,
14th.
no,
Like,
no.
I'm
Okay.
not- I'm not
I can do the
excited about it.
20th.
So-
Spitballing here.
All right, 20th.
So you're okay on the 20th, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
I just wanted to find out if we wanted to get it done a lot sooner.
I could do, so hear me out.
Okay,
Let me switch back to the other week. I could do the 12th.
I cannot.
Okay, all right, good.
All right, so the 5th, the 11th, and the 20th, yes?
5th, 11th, the 20th. Roger that.
All before December, wow.
It's possible that we may not need the 20th.
Correct. If we do our homework ahead of time and we go in, blazing saddles, we should be able to.
Yeah, and no argument.
Yeah, there are other culture councils that actually do it in one night. They come prepared. They divvy up all the applications and then they present to the council and they all. It happens within a 2-hour span.
So each person
Takes
has...
4 or 5
And
and-
they
yeah.
are the ones who vet them, or they
Yep.
present each one?
They vet the details, they go through, they ask all the questions, and they come to council and they present to the rest of the council. That's an idea.
It just seems like you're leaving it in the hands of one person to push their favorite forward, or am I misunderstanding how they do it?
It could be a concern, yeah. But that's how other councils do it. At least one other council does it. But that we don't have to do it that way. Just
Yeah, but our council, we get
that's-
tea and cookies from our nice council chairperson, so I like that.
Okay.
We have 3 times the cookies.
I'll step it up this year if you want. I'll do a whole charcuterie board.
Wow, that sounds good.
Would you like some lemon and milk with your tea?
Not at the same time. I did that as a little kid, and the waitress tried to take it back, and I said, no, I'll drink it like this, and I will remember never to do it again.
But I like doing anything in November because of their earning emergencies and we get sick. We can compensate for it. And December is just crazy with everyone else's schedule, so.
Yes.
Perfect.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right, so you said we had 4 applications submitted that
Legal.
people are likely to give us more applications later.
So they all come in within a 24-hour period. Usually, in my observation, that's what I've seen. Can't discuss them when you talk about the numbers, what's there in terms of numbers. Let me get over to it. Five submitted, 1 draft. They're all going to hit like 2 days before.
So do we want to do a Facebook boost and to do a final push for applications?
That's a good idea.
Yep, I would do it. Just so you're all aware, the application process happens through the state's website. That's why there's certain folks that they actually apply for every single town that participates in the program. You've seen some regional ones that come in every year now. But yeah, there's some locals that are in our area that,
Zoe, I'm spacing on your last name.
Morris.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Anything else from communications?
Nope, just the usual. I've been doing posting of the grant application cycle and the call for submissions and the please fill out our survey, but I have not gone out to post around town.
Okay.
So should I do that? Because we do have a couple of places I could be posting, and those include the post office, the pizza place, the hair for you, that kind of thing.
Like flyers? You
Yes.
Post a flyer?
Yes.
You know, or general store or grocery store, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the diner too would be a good
Or
place.
that big flashing sign, so
Actually, that's a good one, yeah.
let me I'll make a section with my marching orders.
Yeah, the usual places, Pizza Palace, the store there,
The
and
diner. Yeah.
the diner, yeah.
How do you get access to the signboard?
You talk to Katie Young.
Sweet.
The old one by the park here, the yellow, that used to be done through the police and the secretary there, but that sign's gone now.
Yeah.
And good riddance. That thing was a pain in the neck. So I'm titling this Public Relations Spending to happen this month. So electronics spend and activity. Electronic signboard in the middle of town, physical flyers in post office, library, local businesses, etc. Facebook boost, banquet tablecloth. Yes?
Yeah, that'd be good.
And I'll put that because that's all we know for now, and then the next time we meet, we can briefly talk about the other ideas that we come up with for promotional giveaways. But these are the 4 things that I can do for free: electronic signboard for free, physical flyers, and then cost Facebook boost and banquet table covers. So probably $100, $150. So
Cool.
Yeah, just send me your receipts and then.
You know, I wonder if the town has like a tax-free ID number that
They
you
do.
could get to, and when you went to the store or whatever.
Yeah. Or purchase the table. The tablecloth.
Right, you can give
So
your
that you
tax-free
can-
ID number to the company and they won't charge you tax.
I'm not a town employee, so I think that it would be more trouble than it's worth to
Okay.
try to do that. But that was a good idea. I don't
According
know
to the
if I
conflict of
can.
interest training, we are. Even though we're unpaid, we are municipal employees. I'm
There's-
saying, I don't know what the.
There's a very fine line, and you gotta know when you cross it. You know, like, I'm friends with a lot of people in town. I'm friends with a lot of people like Lions Club, Katie Young. Am I close to them? Do I meet with them every day? No. If they submit something, is it? You know, it depends what it is, and it depends what the element is, right? I mean, we're such a small town; it's very hard sometimes to know where that line is. You know.
But I think you just have to disclose and then be impartial.
Yeah, I mean, Laura had submitted, was it 3 years ago, an application for, what was your craft?
Oh, yes, I was going to be making some scarves. It's $250.
Yeah, but her and I don't talk on a regular basis. She walked in one day and, she get a quick update on it, but it wasn't I probably should have filled out the form, even though I didn't, but
Careful.
I don't see her every day. It's not, not a friend every day that I see, so it's, yeah. If you are in doubt, fill out the form and let them know, regardless. I'll say that. And they'll ask the questions and they'll figure it out. Is this really something you need to abstain from or not, right? So. The important thing is if the Lions Club submits an application, I'm a Lions Club member, probably not a good idea for me to be in the voting for that, right? That's a big no-no, right? That's the sort of thing you're looking for.
Right.
Unless you disclose it. And you don't have a financial interest.
Yeah, so that's why you submit to the town and they will decide, you know, do you need to abstain, do you not need to abstain? What's your
Yeah.
involvement with the Lions Club, right? So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? All right. It is 7:55. I call Hubbardston Cultural Council meeting adjourned.